Good evening and welcome to KiniNews. It looks like we won't have to wait until Monday after all to get answers from Takiyuddin because Istana Negara dropped this bombshell today.
De facto Law Minister Takiyuddin Hassan has misled Parliament by claiming Putrajaya had cancelled all emergency ordinances that were promulgated this year, though in reality, the annulment did not receive royal assent. In a statement from the palace today, the young di-Pertuan Agong said he was greatly disappointed. His Majesty also said Takiyuddin Hassan and Attorney General Idrus Harun did not keep their word to the palace. According to the Royal Comptroller Ahmad Fadil Samsudin, the duo during an audience with the Agong on July 24th agreed that the revocation of the emergency ordinances would be tabled and debated in Parliament for the purpose of annulment, but that was not fulfilled. Thus, His Majesty stressed that the statement by the Law Minister in Parliament on July 26th was inaccurate and has misled the MPs. On Monday, Takiyuddin told Dewan Rakyat that Putrajaya had cancelled all emergency ordinances on July 21st. However, no new gazette has been issued on the Attorney General's Chamber's website on the annulment of the ordinances.
Such a statement from Istana Negara is definitely damaging to Perikatan Nasional, and opposition lawmakers wasted no time at all to call for Muhyiddin Yassin's resignation. But before we go into that, Malaysia needs a free press more than ever before. But being an independent news organisation that keeps those in power in check can be rather costly. So do click on the link in the description below to see how you can contribute so we can continue to ask the difficult questions.
Opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim had one message for Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin this afternoon after the palace publicly rebuked de facto Law Minister Takiyuddin Hassan for misleading Parliament on the annulment of the emergency ordinances.
Pernyataan ini jelas menunjukkan Kabinet yang diketuai oleh Perdana Menteri Tan Sri Muhyiddin telah melanggar semangat perlembagaan, menghina institusi raja berperlembagaan, khususnya di-Pertuan Agong, dan ini termasuk juga menteri di Jabatan Perdana Menteri, mengelirukan Dewan dan oleh demikian telah tidak bercakap benar kepada Dewan dan mengelirukan rakyat Malaysia. Kita tidak ada pilihan selain menuntut Perdana Menteri meletakkan jawatan. Betul, setuju.
The House immediately became chaotic, with opposition lawmakers calling for Takiyuddin and Muhyiddin to resign. The palace posted a strongly worded statement on its Facebook page around noon today, where the young di-Pertuan Agong expressed he was very disappointed that Parliament was informed on July 26th that the emergency ordinances were revoked.
Our next item is just silly compared to the rest of what's happening today, but it is a good reminder for all of us that COVID-19 is still out there, and perhaps it's not the best time to celebrate just yet, especially if you're from Bersatu.
It was a Bersatu event, it involved dancing, and it was all captured on video. Now Selangor Police have confirmed that it had indeed breached COVID-19 prevention SOPs. The program's backdrop showed Bersatu Women's Wing Chief Rina Harun and Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin, who is also Bersatu President. Some of the participants did not observe physical distancing nor wear face masks. State Police Chief Arjunaidi Muhammad said Selangor Police have questioned the organisers of the event held at a hotel in Glen Mary Shah Alam in April and are now in the process of completing their investigations for further action. This comes after former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak brought the issue to light by sharing a short video on Facebook. On the day the video was posted, Malaysia's daily COVID-19 cases hit a record high of 17,045 new infections. The post attracted over 25,000 comments within several hours, mostly expressing anger and frustration at the apparent breach of COVID-19 procedures, while the average Malaysian remains at home. An aide to Rina at the time told Malaysia Kini that Rina left the function when the group started to dance and that she was in no way involved in the scene.
With so much happening, Muhyiddin needed to decide on his next move. That's why he and his men met at his residence this afternoon.
Perikatan ministers are scrambling for a solution after Istana Negara issued a public rebuke against de facto Law Minister Takiyuddin Hassan and Attorney General Idrus Harun. According to Bernama, cabinet members of Muhyiddin Yassin's administration are currently at the Prime Minister's residence for a conclave. Bernama TV reported that they began arriving at 1:30 p.m, an hour before the Day 1 rocket sitting was scheduled to resume. However, in a rare move, the Day 1 rocket adjourned for a second time to 3:30 p.m. Earlier today, the palace said Takiyuddin and the AG did not keep their word during an audience with the young di-Pertuan Agong that the emergency ordinances were to be debated in Parliament. The palace also accused Takiyuddin of misleading the Day 1 rakyat on the annulment of the emergency ordinances.
Good Morning Jishwar is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink made in Malaysia. It is suitable for those who are lactose intolerant. Research made by local universities found that more than 90% of our Malaysian population are lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerance can cause bloated stomach and diarrhea. Good Morning Jishwar helps to improve the immune system, reduce the risk of illnesses, and helps to improve general well-being and strengthen our bodies. A happy family starts with a healthy family. I'm still active, healthy, and going strong at the age of 52. It has to be Good Morning Jishwar.
Shellfish, red meat, and beer. If you love indulging in these foods, you may end up with high uric acid level in your blood. These foods consist high level of purine, a substance that will eventually break down into uric acid and be excreted through our urine. It is recommended that the amount of dietary purines should be kept between 600 to 1000 milligrams per day. Having too much uric acid in your blood can cause attacks of gout. It can also cause kidney stones and blockage in the kidney. The crystallization of the excessive uric acid in your blood can be eased by reducing purine-rich food to only 100 to 150 milligrams daily, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and consuming urinary alkalinizer like Ural. It consists of sodium bicarbonate, citric acid, and sodium citrate that increases the urinary pH and solubility of uric acid to prevent crystallization. Best of all, it's lemon-flavored and sugar-free. Ural, effective urinary alkalinizer. Neutralize your uric acid problem now.
If all that drama wasn't enough for you, don't worry. COVID-19 made things even more complicated in Parliament. But Anwar Ibrahim is convinced it's just an excuse to obstruct Parliament.
No one is allowed to leave Parliament today until their COVID-19 test results are obtained. Day 1 Rakyat Deputy Speaker Rashid Hasnun said this when he returned to the Day 1 Rakyat at 3:30 p.m. after the third adjournment of the day. This comes after 2 individuals who have been in Parliament since Monday have been found to be positive for COVID-19. After he made this announcement, he said the session will once again be adjourned to 5:15 p.m. Opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim called it a ruse, saying they could have conducted screenings without complicating the Parliament proceedings. He accused the government of trying to obstruct the Day 1 Rakyat sitting after he submitted a motion of no confidence against Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin following the Istana Negara statement.
That's a wrap for KiniNews this evening. For more stories, go to KiniTV.com. Don't forget you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook to get the latest headlines as well. If you'd like to support the independent media, do consider a subscription to MalaysiaKini.com. If you're heading out, don't forget your mask, and when you can, please do try to stay home. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe, Malaysia.